Hey everybody, welcome back to another Minecraft Let's Play episode on the Bakery server. Yep, we're back here by the skeleton grinder that we kind of got up and running on the last episode. Been doing a bunch of some strip mining, and as you can see, we got all diamond up now. Anytime I saw unbreaking in the window, I took it and figured that we can always add more, except we got a really nice boot enchantment here. Also, nice sword. We need to get some unbreaking and stuff on it. And you can see we got a silk touch pick that's already efficiency 5 and a fortune 3 pick with efficiency 4. The bow I think you guys already saw. We got a shovel with silk touch, but in addition to all those, we've got another 21 diamond. I think we got a total of almost a stack. I got a whole bunch back over by spawn, but you can see a bunch of the ores and stuff that we've got. And I've got a whole bunch of iron and gold smelting up right here. But what I wanted to do was take you on a little trip, show you where I made the little strip mine, because something interesting kind of popped in, and I think it's going to be part of the next project. The next few episodes are going to be scrambled between several different projects. I know there's some automation stuff I want to build at spawn. I may mirror that over where I'm planning to build the base, but when I show you the little surprise I found and what I'm thinking, that'll be part of a project. Getting resources to build the big central build at the base. So now it's kind of break up into lots of little projects and everything. But let me just do this. Let me see if it's night out. It is. Let's take a sleep and then pop up, and I want to show you what I found when I went to go find the place to build the strip mine. And I'm just going to get this bow armed and ready in case there's somebody hanging out up top here. And at some point, we're going to have to go. There's more cave over that way and explore that cave area just because I enjoy caving. But we'll do that at some point. Maybe we'll have a caving episode every once in a while. So when we get to the top here, I'm just going to do a quick look around, make sure there's nothing waiting to shoot me. Good. You can see here's the area for the base, and can you tell we got depth strider 3 on the boots? Here's where I want to set up the little base and village area that I'm planning to make, and I thought it would be good to have a strip mine kind of close in this area. I should have brought the wheat and gotten the sheep a little bit more, but that's okay. I'll come back and we'll check you guys out in a minute. But let me figure out where I am. Okay. Still getting used to the terrain around here. There's a tiny little cave system there, but here's the one I want. Found this little area, and it looked like it went down pretty steep pretty fast, so I thought, well, this will be a quick, easy way to get down to level 11, won't it? And we were going down and coming around and making a funny little staircase to get down here, and then it kind of leveled off a little. And as I started to get right about here, started hearing lots of zombies. So came around the corner, heard them. Sounded like this direction. Now there is some more cave that way. I just haven't lit it up or done anything with it yet. Somebody just died over here. Was that a squid-a-doo? I'm guessing there's maybe a squid that spawned in that little waterfall. But yeah, we found another zombie spawner. I think I already took out all the loot. You saw that partly back at the base there. But yeah, we've got this zombie spawner. Now hold on to that thought for just a second. Let me just show you where we go to get to the strip mine area. So what happens is you come along this way, and there's another steep pathway down. And then when we get down here, we eventually get down to level 11. Now it stopped here, and I just dug it down a little bit. We got to dig it out a little bit more because I keep smacking my head on these ceilings here and getting a little singed. But yeah, just a little base area here. We still got some leftovers. There's some of the loot from the spawner. But then I just dug this way a bunch of blocks and would come back and dig this way. So I've only done about 4 tunnels so far. And it had really good results so far. So that's a definite positive. But now we got a strip mine area by where I want to build the base. And if I can hike my way back up to the top, my plan for this zombie spawner, as we're getting all this good gear here, I want to be able to not have to use the anvil so much and have to repair them all the time. So what I'd like to do is get some mending books. One way to get mending books is from librarians. Not sure if there's any villages around. I could go searching and searching and searching to find it and push them through the nether and bring them out here and everything. But what I thought I would do is make a little villager purification system. So what I think I'll do is I'll make this an active spawner, have them come down just a little bit and get water, kind of a water elevator kind of thing, maybe out into this room somewhere, or might have to be down a little bit just to make it easier. I don't know. We'll figure that part out, but maybe I'll go over that way, light it up, and funnel them over that direction might even be better. That way it doesn't get in the way of the entrance down to the mine, but maybe we'll clear something out that way, push the zombies over here into rooms where they drop into a holding cell. And then I'll have a button to hit if it's a regular zombie. I hit it, it goes down, it goes somewhere. They fall into a cactus or something and get the drops to go into a hopper minecart and a chest system so we can collect the rotten flesh to trade with priests to be able to get the emeralds that we need to trade with the librarian to get the mending books for our nice gear that we're working on building up and up and up. And then the villagers that we like, we simply keep, and we, any zombie villagers that pop down, we'll then have a brewing station nearby with the potions and the apples to change them to villagers, see what they're like. They get good trades, we keep them. If not, who knows, we'll find something or somewhere to send them. Maybe other guys on the server need villagers or something, or maybe automatic farms or something like that. But so that's one of the big next projects to do, is to try to start getting some, particularly librarians, because again, I want to get those mending books so that as we get this good gear, like this Silk Touch pick, I don't want to have to remake that and keep going to the anvils. And the anvils don't seem to last as long. Like I think I mentioned in the last episode, and I do believe that's partly because of the mending books now. So that's kind of one of the next big projects. Already told you the last episode that another big project would be to get, what did I do here? How did I not get up? Oh, over here. Sorry, brain fart. Parkour fails. To get some automated melon and pumpkin and maybe even a sugarcane farms going at spawn for everybody to help out, make it a little easier. I might build some of those underground simply because the ones I like to use build. I can build other ones, but they tend to use hopper minecarts. I just think that's cool with a hopper minecart running around picking them up. But that can get a little noisy, particularly around spawn. So I'll either dig it down or I'll suck it up and build the piston ones that aren't as noisy. Other big project is getting the woolen resources to make our big build in this area. Again, I like this because we got the swamp over there. We can get some slime balls and stuff like that. Got the dark oak, so we have some nice extra choices for wood. And, we've got the regular birch forest over here to make all the wood easy. So that's another big project that's going to go on. And, of course, we need to finish beautifying the skeleton grinder. So we got a bunch of different projects going on. So what I'll do is, as I get some progress going from time to time, I'll pop back in and show you what we got going. But that's it. I think I'm going to get the grind on, and I'll catch you guys soon. Hey everybody, welcome back to the bakery server. Today we got some projects that we're going to be doing here on spawn, and you see that little cave-like tunnel area behind me? That's where we're going to get it started. The plan for today is to make some automated farms. Some for you guys, some for these guys, and some for these guys. And I decided to put these on the ground for two reasons. One, when you set up an automated farm with these guys, it gets noisy. Also, the melon farms and the pumpkin farm are going to rely on some piston moving and bud switches and all those kind of wonderful things. So it can be a little noisy. So I figured if we put it on the ground a little bit, that will help to reduce the noise. So I'm just going to make sure I got all the toys I need for right now. I'm going to take that on me. Why? Because I want to. And yeah, let me go and the other reason, I forgot to tell you the other reason. The other reason is a lot of times when I'm hanging around here by the farms, I hear some zombies grumbling. Of course, they're not going to do it now, and I know um, in Donut's last video, he had thought he had heard a zombie too. I had to get too close there, the cows overpowered. So, yeah, I'm suspecting that there's at least a cave system somewhere under this farm area. So, part of that is wanting to root that out and get that all lit up and fresh and mob proof. So that's the plan. So we're going to come down here. I'm going to get started on this system, and I'll be back when I've got some progress for you. Hey everybody, we're back. So here's our little entranceway, and we just dug down, and we'll add some stairs and some kind of a design to this hallway, but here we go. And we dug it down a little bit extra. I'm going to put the chicken farm down on a separate floor from the melon and the pumpkin farm, so that'll go down there, but I haven't really dug that out yet. But I just want to show you that we got this room dug out. It's roughly 10 by 10. Down here there were some more caves and stuff, partially lit up. I went through and lit up a bunch more, so I think I got everything. So we shouldn't hear the mobs, at least in this section. There might be more over there, I don't know. But what we're going to do next is we are going to take the items that are in this chest, as I add more to it, and we're going to turn this into the pumpkin and melon area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build some along the walls here. Maybe we'll make a couple of rows in the middle, I don't know, and some over here. But just put a bunch of farms in. It's a pretty basic design. But I'm going to get that started, and I'll get back to you when I've got them rolling. Hey everybody, and we're back again, and what is all this polished granite about? It looks like the first of the automated farms are in. And I heard the pistons fire a second ago. I was waiting to make sure, and sure enough, it's starting to make pumpkins. So this is a fairly common design. I don't know who came up with it, so I can't really credit the original person. But it's pretty simple. You just have a chest with a hopper that feeds into it. Any blocks you want. I use the glass because sometimes the pistons in back here, if you look in back and you see the pistons there, they can kind of launch the pumpkins kind of far, the melons, depending on what you got. So I just use the glass so you can see what's happening. But it also makes sure that all of the drops go into the funnel there. And then it's just using a bud system update. And if we sneak in back, I'll give you a quick peek at that. Let's break through here, and you can see pretty simple redstone. There's just a redstone dust on this block, and then it runs across these three, which is over the redstone block, a repeater set to max ticks going that way, and then just the same thing on this side to even it out. So it's a pretty simple design, fairly easy on resources. But yeah, now we've got to figure out where these go, right here. Fairly reliable, hands off, no action needed except when you need a pumpkin, you come over and you snag it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a copy of it on this wall for melons, and then we'll have pumpkins and melons. And don't need to go crazy with this. It's not, there's not a huge number of people on the server at least yet. But it'll keep running because I'm pretty sure this is still within the spawn chunk area. So this will keep running anytime it's on the server. And you see Crass Nation just got on the server for the first time. And he's been getting achievements left and right. It's been nice to kind of see other people on at the same time. So yeah, we've got the first one in. I'm going to put the second one in, and I'll catch up to you. Hey everybody, and we're back again. Sorry about that. Little delayed noise there, little lag on the server. But there we go, just like that. We've got one side with pumpkins, one side with melons, and oh, look at that. There's that lag I was telling you about. And you can see they're both working. So what comes next is sugarcane farms. I'm going to put one there and possibly one here. I forget how big they are. The ones I build aren't that big, but we might do that. And you can see while I was waiting for the melons to make sure it worked, we did a little stair action here to get started with the decorations. Ooh, there's some rubber banding on the lag. But there you go. So I will get going on the sugarcane farms, and I'll catch you later. Hey everybody, we're back on the bakery server. And I just realized that I've been doing a whole bunch of stuff and I really didn't do an update. So I want to get you guys a good update. And then maybe go and look at a couple of things that we're going to start working on. Excuse me just a second. Go away. Silly, silly computer. So you notice that we did a little mining session and we may have possibly found a little bit of diamonds. We just did a quick session. But we just did 2 little lines in our strip mine. You know, they're not huge lines, and we found 11 diamond ore. So I think it's time that we fortune these up and see what we get. Oh, this is looking okay. Nice. We ended up with 17 diamonds. Not bad. Where's my other diamonds? Oh, there must be in the ones outside. We also smelted up some of that. Let's throw those guys in. And check this out. Donuts has started his jungle build and asked if he might have some jungle beans that we could have for some brown dye, and he hooked us up big time. These pumpkins, I'm going to tell you about those in a minute, and we'll take care of the rest of this stuff in a second. So, what is this we're standing in? Yeah, I started to build what's going to be the main part of the base. Now, this base is going to be a base, which means it isn't just one building. It's going to be lots of buildings. But what I am going for is a big, huge tent. So like a Native American teepee style tent. So you can see I already got the beginning started. We got this big stairway coming up. I don't know if we'll keep it, but we probably will. And we started to build it up, and it's going to go up, and it's going to be pretty high. But then around spawn, we'll also have different other tents or Native American styled buildings. Do not expect these to be historically accurate or anything like that, because I am not knowledgeable enough to pull that off. But I thought this would be cool along the river here, that we would build different types of structures that would each serve a different purpose. So that's the plan for kind of up here. Oh, look at the creepers be creeping over here. Creeper be creeping right over on the other side of the river. Oh, there's some experience orbs. Bang, and that should take them out. There we go. All right, give me that experience. Thank you. It's so hard to get experience on this server. So that is part. Let's start here. Let's go down into our little hole, cave, whatever area we want to call this. And here we are. We also went a little bit exploring, and we found some dogadoos. We have some puppies on the server. So my plan is I am going to take at least 2 of these guys over to the skeleton grinder, because that way I can make an AFK XP farm where the mobs won't build up into huge numbers and cause lag or anything on the server, because with 1.9 being fresh in servers and chunk generation errors and stuff, it can cause lag. So that'll help keep the lag down, because once the skeletons land, these guys will want some bones. So they will go and they'll chomp on the skeletons, and the experience will float out and hit us, and we'll get levels, and we'll get bones and bows and all those wonderful things. So that's the plan. I saw that from one of my favorite Minecrafters, Impulse SV. So that'll be the plan there. Over in here, you can see there's the zombie spawner that we found. And, yeah, I know, I haven't hooked up the lights. I know, I got a bunch of things to finish off and polish, but that'll probably be the next episode. We'll call it the polishing episode. But what happens, typical thing, they spawn, they fall in the channel, they go through there. When they go through there, what happens, now I'm going to have a little bit of a spoiler here, because you're going to hear somebody in a second. But what happens is, when they go through that channel, the channel normally floats right past here. If I break these, you'll see. And then there's a hole that drops down here. So what happens is, as they spawn, I pick them off, get rid of the regular zombies, and wait till I get a zombie villager. When a zombie villager comes here, I turn off the water flow, they stop swimming, and they fall down into this hole down here. Where, can I get that cobble? Didn't think so. Where they hit, and then I nuke them with a splash potion and a a golden apple, and we convert them back to villagers because I haven't found a village yet, and it's kind of nice and close. So far we have 2 librarians, and I've been working on unlocking. Now this guy has a flame book. Been working on unlocking their enchantments. I'm hoping one of them will have a mending book because I'd really look infinity book, nice. Because I'd really like to get sharpness 5, not bad. You can't complain about sharpness 5. But I was hoping one of them would have a mending book so I can get that on all our gear. And, just we do some trades. You can get some pretty decent stuff this way. Crafting bench. Okay. So that's what we got going on in that section. I don't want these guys to get out. So that's kind of what we have happening here. I'm just going to close this up and let's move on to the next part. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to head out of here, head back up to the base, and actually I think the next thing I want to show you is over at spawn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out of here, and I'll meet you guys at spawn. Guys, check this out. No, we're not at spawn, but I forgot to tell you that we went on a little adventure, and we found us a horse. So we ironed him up, got a saddle on him. But yeah, we explored way around over to the, I believe that's north and east, if I remember right. A little west, but not too much. But I just want to kind of see what's around. There's some cool areas that we'll probably do some builds and stuff in. But we found a whole bunch of horses over there. So we we tamed a bunch, but then we found the one that was the fastest, and we got him. So I just want to give you an update. We now have our Skelly horse and our regular horse. So next cut, I promise, will be at spawn. We made it back to spawn. So you can see this is the little hill area where I was going to start and build a spawn house. But I don't think I'm going to do that anymore because our base isn't that far. It just takes not even a minute to get on a super fast horse and ride over here. But the reason I did that and the reason I took this down is Donuts and I were talking about starting to make a nether hub as people are spreading out a little bit and we find places like the Mesa and everything. It would be good to have a hub. But we kind of decided that the first thing we have to do is decide a permanent spawn nether portal. And I think we're kind of looking at building it right over here. So that's why, I'll probably even level this hill down a little bit. But I think that's where we're going to build it. We'll double check, but I think that's where it's going to be. So I wanted to show you that. And you can see I took all the chests and moved them out of here. We're going to grab these items and get them out of here as well. And then one of the things we'll probably do is build a stable somewhere here at spawn. And let me take this sign out of here because it doesn't apply anymore. So from here at spawn, we are going to check out the automated farms. I started the decoration. We haven't finished it yet. That'll be part of the polishing episode, is finishing this off. But I just want to come and show you. This room is a standard sugarcane farm. It's a little slow. I may try to figure out a way to make it more like these over here. Still the same kind of bud concept. But it's a little bit slow. You'll see when we get to... No, the pumpkins you can't watch so much because every time I keep grabbing a half a stack because I need a bunch for lighting up our base area. But you can see the melons. We're doing really good here for... we don't have a ton of players. We got a group of players that just fired off the pistons. I heard it. But it's certainly going to make more watermelons than I think we'll need. So that's good. And then down here is the chicken cooker, which is doing well. Eventually, we'll probably need to put a filter on and get the feathers out of there. This, I don't know if I mentioned before, but this is a design from, I believe it's Rabid S'more, that does a quick pulsing for the lava. So it just goes real fast so you don't have lava sitting there all the time. A little bit safer. Oh, perfect timing. It caught the little lava burst. But here, if the light is on, it will cook the chickens and you'll get the cooked chicken down here. If you turn this off, it turns off the redstone circuit that launches the lava out. And what happens is the eggs, instead of getting shot out, eggs will collect down here. So if you want to collect a bunch of eggs, you got a real easy way to do it. We got roughly 20 chickens up in the little cedar area. You can kind of see them sticking through the corner there, up there laying eggs. Now, this machine is an Impulse SV Nano Farm, and this will get you food unbelievably fast. What you do is there's three dispensers here, three dispensers here, and what you do is you fill them with bone meal. What you then do is you take whichever of the plants you want to grow. Let's do, it looks all kind of even, so let's do a carrot. So I'm going to plop down one carrot in my inventory. Move that bed out of there. And what you do is you turn it on. When you turn it on, you're going to hear start firing, click, 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 and it's going to be ready for bone mealing. Up here, when you stand, you can see I got tilled land. You can see the water behind it. What happens is when this is going and I plant down the carrot, the bone meal will shoot right onto it because it's shooting the three. It like instantly grows. But because of how dark it is, Minecraft then updates and it says, hey, you're a light level 0, you should not be growing, and it breaks a carrot right to you. So let's do this. Let's see if I can get these to plop down into my hotbar so you can kind of see it. We turn it on and we hold click, and when you see the green sprinkles, you know you're getting, look at how fast we're getting the carrots here. We're already at 40. Right, in a couple of seconds we just got like over 60, over a stack of carrots. And it does that same thing with turning the seeds into wheat, potatoes. I haven't done the beetroot, but if you put down beetroot seeds, I'm assuming it's the same. We'll experiment with that another day. But there it is, a quick, easy way to get tons and tons of food. I'm just going to put this stuff back down on my hotbar because I want to. So that's how that works. You can get lots of it. The key is you need lots of bone meal, but with our skeleton grinder, that's no problem. And then this hallway can continue if we want other farms. Maybe I'll relocate the sugarcane one down there, but there's quite a lot of sugarcane on the server already, so it might be all right to let that slower one build up. So you may notice chickens are gone, right? With the chicken cooker doing well, we got rid of them. Again, I'll probably relocate the nether wart and the cactus farm somewhere in the future. Probably make an automated cactus farm somewhere down the road. But we kept this garden. It looks nice. It's easy for people when they first spawn in to get. But what I wanted to do is Donuts made some gifts for everybody on the server. And is it on this one? It's not in that chest. Is it this chest? It is. Holy mackerel, he made more. But he made a bunch of ender chests for everybody. And since we have a Silk Touch pick, we're going to snagify. I'm going to take 2. I hope he's okay with that. If not, we can always return it. Because I want to put one at the skeleton grinder just to make it easier for everybody to get stuff out of their ender chests. I'm going to switch these around right now so I make sure I got the Silk Touch on me. But what I want to do is start putting some of our cool loot in there, like the diamonds. That's it for now, because we're going to move around. But there we go. So we can put, I would like to put a second, a backup set of fully enchanted armor, which we need to buff ours up a little bit. But that's one thing I'd like to do is get those all buffed up and beefier. So that's kind of the update on what's been happening. Next episode, we're going to do some cleanup. We're going to finish the decorations on the automated farm area. We are going to pretty up and add the extra rooms that we want to the skeleton grinder. And we'll see what else we get to. Maybe we'll build some more of the tent. I can give you guys an update on that. But that's it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will catch you on the next one.